Okay, hello there, internet and my musical friends. This is Chris Thorne. I'm back with the How I Wrote the Song series. Today I'm going to talk about a song called Excellence, which you can find on my first album 69 that came out in 2013. This is a song that is really based on a riff. Oh, by the way, I got a funny lamp behind me because I'm in Spain on holiday in Almeria. It's beautiful here. Oh, I've been on the beach and that's why I look so handsome. Anyways, this is a song based on a little riff that I made. That's kind of a mixolydian, Mixolydian would be like the scale that comes from the fifth grade of a major scale. So in C it would be from G to G, right? And what I really did, I really wanted to make something that was like bluesy and funky, and so I just it's in B. So what I did was I started off like this, which would be a very typical thing, the main minor third up in the major third, and then the root, and I did the same with the minor seventh. So it's like, that's how it goes. And then I play this one again, the minor seventh, and that's a minor, that's a diminished fifth, up in the fifth. So very much like based on blue notes. So, and the last part is really this. But I used the open string there. That's really just the basis of the verses, and I did what I used to do back then a lot, which is to sing on one note, which was very much like inspired by the Beatles actually, because they have so many songs like that, like I asked the girl what she wanted to be, or when I'm in the middle of a dream. Beatles had a lot of songs where they just would sing on one note and change the chords around that note. So I didn't really think I could sing back then, and so I thought I would make it easier for myself by just singing one note, which actually was kind of not so smart, because it's not so easy to always sing the same note. But I thought that, and so I did a lot of songs that were like in between rap, I would say, and singing, which is just sing on one note. So it was like excellence, knowing a million small things makes us all friends. Yesterday's past tense, nothing makes more sense than doing for excellence. I'm working with my hands and infinite intelligence. I gotta be home, be like a drone, human patrol. I body like the pooping room, they view in my lens. So focus on my plans, check her out with the glass, keep the frame and stance. And then I go down there in the E minor. This is a E minor chord, I would say, with a ninth in it. And then from there I just went up, which is really the same chord, only I changed the bass from E to G. And now it's this chord that I use in so many songs, which is the sixth and the major third. And then I just moved the whole thing up. One thing that maybe to notice is that there are three measures in each of those, right? So there's one, second measure, third measure, fourth, 1, 2. So it kind of goes back to the groove one measure early, which is, I guess, a bit of an interesting twist on the whole thing. I do believe that music has very particular rules to it, and if you would follow the rules of music all the time, you would make music that's very obvious and maybe not so interesting. And so I think that the task of somebody the task of a composer or a writer is to take the rules of music and kind of try to stretch them or change them or find a way out of them, like a bit like an escapee, from a prison or something, trying to get out of there, even though it's the obvious thing would be this, That's why there's so many things in music that like pretend that you're in minor and then pretend you're in major and stuff like that, or use the parallel chords or change the function of a chord. Works so well because it's a way of moving away from the obvious and make it more interesting. And I do think that we need to find that equilibrium between being, if you're too obvious, it becomes boring. If you're too random, it becomes just chaotic. So I think, just like a conversation or a movie or any art form, you need to find that balance where you're not just totally throwing people off all the time, but you're also not just being, obvious all the time. It's a balance. It's like the traffic. Yeah. So that was my song Excellence. You can hear that on all the platforms. It's always Chris Thorn. And it's on this album here. Wait, I got that down. This one. See? It's the third song on there. And you're welcome to like stuff and click on stuff and share it and whatever. And I'm also open for comments. And my intention behind this is really to give value and share something that's easy for me to do, because I really like to go through the way I wrote songs again, because I'm planning a fourth album, or maybe not an album, but I'm planning to get back into songwriting again, big time. And so it's good for me to go through everything again in my head, and these videos serves that purpose. So just keep it funky. Thank you for listening.